Greetings everyone, what is up, it's me here again, Tam Prime 1 with another video review. For all this video review, we're taking a look at Transformers Armada Supercon class, Wheeljack with his little minicon, wind shear. And yes, I will admit this, Wheeljack is supposed to be a Decepticon in the Transformers Armada series, but quite frankly, for me, I'm putting him on the Autobot side, because quite frankly, I will admit I'm weird in this area, because I don't know how often I will accept Wheeljack as a Decepticon, but quite frankly, I'm putting him on the Autobot side in the for my collection and whatnot. Just let you all know that right there. Just let you all know. And my apologies if I sound a bit out of it right now. Oh boy, today we had a bit of a day. Well, like a really fun, like a pretty big fun day for us. We went out to the swimming pool, had a good. Had like a lot of fun right there, and I jumped off the diving board about 4 or 5 times. And oh boy, did I feel like I was getting exhausted. Well, not exhausted, but tired from jumping off that thing right there. It's been many years since I managed to jump off a diving board. Like many years. I even tried doing a few cannonballs, but I failed. I failed at doing that. But anyways, not to mention my little girl was a let's see, I forget what it's called. Not just let's see, she was just like really great with learning how to swim. She was really great with learning how to swim. Not to mention I got a little sunburn on my back. We didn't tackle my back a whole lot with the sunscreen we were using. We only had the kid's sunscreen that my father-in-law's girlfriend brought with us for the swimming. So yeah, still my apologies if I sound a bit off. But right now, let's go ahead and take a quick look at Wheeljack right here. Very nicely done with the vehicle mode. Very nicely done. I do love how well they executed Wheeljack right here, and I will admit this, like I love the little detailing right here, especially in the little engine compartment right there, of like how Wheeljack kept this right here, but he has this little Decepticon symbol right down here. I'll admit he does have that little Decepticon symbol down there. Oh my gosh, I need to get this camera more centered. Come on. Yeesh, when you think you have it centered, you have to go all the way on over even further to have it centered. So there we have that. There we go. So yeah, here's Decepticon. Here's Autobot Wheeljack right here. Very nicely done. But I'll have to say this: I do wish they would have painted in these lights. Maybe make them the same color as this, like a gunmetal black. I think. I'm not for sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below what kind of color this is, and also same with the Autobot symbol. They could have like put in like the same color for the Autobot symbol from this right here in like these little in the eye areas and this one little triangular piece right there. But other than that, they definitely did a pretty good job with him. I also love the fact that you can see his little weapons right here on the sides of the door, and his wheels do. I began rolling them. I forgot that. Well, I'm not for sure if I forgot or what. I think I forgot that only the outsides roll, or this is the first time I'm trying to do it. But yeah, these right here will roll, but these will not because of the transformation process right here. You can already see his head, his arms, and his legs right there. So yeah, and right here, back here, yeah, this is the major difference. These things, when these things roll, the hubcaps roll with them, but the hubcaps do not roll with this thing right here because this is a part of the robot mode right there. I'm surprised they did not. I'm surprised they weren't able to make like this completely separate from this right here. That, or they just did not have the proper engineering back in the day. I'm not for sure. But yeah, very nicely done. You can also see his little feet right here. Very nice. And the little, oh, wow, that went down into there. That went down into there. Because like that really clicked into place. But yeah, right here is this little minicon power link port. And wind shear, you can just Paralink him right, well, you can just connect him right to here if you wish to do so. Try not to go all the way down, and his little area right here is molded in. I'm thinking I probably did a video like this before a while back. I can't remember. If you all do, just let me know in the comment section below if I did so or not. But yeah, like this little molded area right here is for wind shear. Like, just try not to go too far down. There we go. There we have that. There we go. That wind shear can kind of power link on top of right here without having to activate these two things right here on the sides. That way you can transport him, and also if you want to, you can transport him on either one of these power link ports right there as well. Here we go. There you have that. But yeah, I do like his little vehicle mode right here. I do like his little vehicle mode. And I'm surprised they didn't make it to where this was transparent plastic right here, because like that would have been pretty nice to make this transparent plastic. But I'm not for sure of how. I'm not fully for sure if they were able to do it with the. Oh wait, yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. I'm just looking at the transformers I have over there, and I just realized, yeah, they could have made this transparent plastic, but I'm not for sure. And Red Alert even has this, so I'm not for sure why they didn't do it. Why they didn't do it with so many of the Autobots. Budget maybe, possibly, not for sure. But other than that, there we have that right there. And also, I'm going to go ahead and do. Oh, not going to do Windshield's transformation just yet, because we're going to take a look at him in vehicle mode with the other minicons real soon. And also, before I forget, time to show the power link gimmick. Okay, come on. If you and this is also for his transformation into his robot mode as well for the TV series. And he is not staying down in there for. Hang on for a second. Let me just close these on up real fast. Try to push this on. This is not staying on down there at all. Oh, ugly. You know, I can just do it like this as well, and kind of put wind shear. I think this is, if I remember correctly, I think that's his name. I never fully memorized his name. I did briefly look at it not too long ago. But yeah, here we go. Wind shear on top of his power link port for in his vehicle mode. There we have that, and there we go. You can just fire Wheeljack's little missiles. You have that. There you go. Hang on. Okay, I cannot remember how these go on in properly. I think I just put it in like that. No, not like that either. Okay, maybe like this right here. There you go. Okay, I'm going to show you how that one. Okay, this has, this right here has to be on the bottom. It has to be facing the bottom in order for you, and not go through that right there. Face the bottom, clip on in. There you go. You have that. I cannot seem to keep windshield clipped on in right there. So yeah, you have Wheeljack, probably with wind shear, and only these back wheels are rolling. These front wheels are not rolling at all. Probably because of how this, probably because of this right here, probably because of that right there, not for sure. And I just remembered there's a Decepticon symbol on Wheeljack's arm. Oh boy, I guess I'm guessing they really wanted to implement that he is a Decepticon. Still, I'm not making him one for my collection. There we go. Let's go ahead and do some comparisons real fast. Hang on for a second. I'm going to push them on back a bit more as much as I can. Bring this on up a wee bit. There we go. Here we are. We have that. Come on. Ugh. I need to get like a laser pointer on my camera to help me to align this properly. Okay, first things first. Let's go ahead and do Megatron, since like he's the one that found him in the TV series. I forgot Leader 1 downstairs. How did I forget that minicon? I don't know how. And also here's Optimus Prime. There you have that. Also, here is Starscream. There we have him. Here is Blair. That might include him. Here is Hotshot from the Legacy line. Come on, I am hating of how either it's the camera or it's the tripod or what have you, or I just have to rotate this thing. Please, just stay centered as much as possible. There we have that. And also here is the one Autobot who he considers as a traitor. And obviously he is no traitor to him, because we all know what had happened in the series, well, in the show. And here is Sideswipe. I almost call him Sideburn. Sideswipe. There you have that. There you have all that. Also, for other comparisons, here is Jolt. Here is Incinerator. Albeit, I do consider Incinerator a Decepticon primarily because of his name. I don't know how. Like, I would be honest. Like, I don't know how I may. I think it's because of how back in the day I always thought like how certain names could like equal how a Transformers faction could be. Here is Long Arm. I think that's all the minicons over here. Oh wait, Optimus Prime's little minicon. I almost forgot about him, but he's on in his vehicle mode. I forgot to put him in his vehicle mode because he was on the floor. Hang on, just give me one quick second. This won't take me too long. There we go. Oh, come on, his other arm is not. There he goes. And there is that guy right. And here is this guy right here. Sparkplug. With the other minicons. Wind shear. Okay, I'm just going to take a look once I can get this thing properly done. I think I just have to turn this thing instead. Let's see here. I'm going to double check. Yep, wind shear. Wind shear. So yeah. We have all these guys right there. Okay, now we're down to the transformation process. Transformation process is going to be pretty simple. Just pretty simple. Just go ahead and just take wind shear, parallel him right here once more. Technically, you can do what I did earlier, but come on. There it goes. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to really push him on down, because like this thing is this. Not for yeah. Let me just try that again real fast, because I want to double check something. Cause there it goes. There it goes. Now what we're going to do next is rotate this on down and just go ahead. Wait, that's why I bring out his legs like so, because his legs are on sliders. And rotate this all around and clip that into place. Now that was a downside right there. I'm surprised they didn't make it to where these were like a bit more tight in there, to where they didn't like. Well, I don't know how to best explain it, but like, I'm surprised they didn't make it to where like these joints were a bit tighter, to where like they could. Well, then they would have loosened over time and whatnot. But I'm surprised they didn't like fix these on up to where like you didn't have to really click these into place and what have you. But now let's go ahead and heel spurs. Bring out the heel spurs. There you go. And fold down the feet. Fold down the feet. There we go. Take this. Bring this body up right here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to take these arms and untab them. Like these little tabs, we're going to these holes right here to keep them securely into place. And just bring this on out right here. You have to make sure this comes all the way out. Same with this one right here. And my microphone is right below my mouth. My apologies on that one right there. I forgot I put it on down there. Now, I'm going to take this one right here and bring it on out, and there you go. Put it into place. Put it into place. There you have that. Now, what you want to do next is take the front vehicle section, slide it down, and slide it on down. There you go. Rotate his entire body right on down, right here. There we go. Push this on forward. Tap this into place. Now right here with this piece right here, just go ahead and bring this on down, and these will go, I forget where I think they'll go into these little groove sections right here. or rest against his back right there. Just take his arms, rotate his arms. That's there. Rotate his arms on down. You got this arm right here. Rotate it on down. And there you have it. There you have him, Wheeljack. Now these are pretty stiff right here. These are pretty stiff right here, I'll admit, because like these little joints right here, they could have put these kind of joints into the legs right here to where like they are stiff enough. I think they should have made it to where they were like this right here, because like you see how these things are molded in the back right here. You can see how they're molded right there. So that way these things are pretty stiff and whatnot. You can rotate them around and everything. Same with the elbows. Elbows are pretty stiff as well. Elbows are pretty stiff. Little Decepticon symbol right there. Albeit, I do not think they should do that right there, because then upside down Decepticon symbol will also represent that he does not want to be a Decepticon, probably, because like you all know how a lot of times you do something upside down, it means that like you're probably against it or something. I can't fully. Yeah, I think that's what it means. You're against it. But yeah, upside down, all about upside down Decepticon symbol. He's still against them. Still against them. Still, bear with me. Bear with me. I'm tired. I'm tired still. And Wheeljack's head right here. Wheeljack's head. I'm surprised they did not give him a mouthpiece right here. I'm surprised they didn't do that. And also, if I remember correctly, in the Japanese dub, his name is Rampage. I don't know why they decided to give him that name right there. I'm trying to remember. What was that name? What's the name based off of? His name is Rampage. That is a Predacon name. It's a Predacon name from back in G1. So yeah, and also with his little weapons back here, and you guys can take his little weapons, launch them on out, and these will fit into his fist. There you go. Launch this on out too. And fit that into his fist as well. And there you go. You have that. And these also act like blasters, but unfortunately you cannot angle the fists at all. You cannot angle the fists. Can't even rotate the arms either. You can only go, oh, whoop. That's only for transformation. You can only go up and down, and he can just like hit. He can just hit his enemies. Hang out for a second. There we go. They have that. And also, before I forget, Wind Shear. Let's check out Wind Shear's transformation. Just rotate his legs on back like so. His little feet coming out right here, and his little wings. I can't remember where they go to, but all you have to do now is just fold this all the way on down right here. His little minicon power link port has got to go into there for the transformation process for his full-on robot mode. Come on, Wind Shear! Unless, of course, if I have to fold his wings somewhere, I cannot remember. It's been a while since. Aha! Here we go. Fold them on up. There you go, and fold this on down and into this little groove section. If I can get it in there, let's just push. Oh, there it goes. Okay, now we got. Okay, wait, hang on for a second. Let me double. Oh yeah, that's right. I think you have to angle. You have to. Okay, right here. You have to like this whole thing right here needs to come on up. There you go. I completely forgot about that. There we go. Here we are, and they have that. There's Wind Shear. Now in his little robot mode, but I think you can rotate his legs, or yep, you can rotate his legs around to form his little feet. That way he has little. That way he can bend at the knees, but nothing major else except for rotation right here and rotation right there. Nothing major right there. Go. But yeah, for Wheeljack, Wheeljack doesn't have any other mini power link gimmicks other than Wind Shear power linking right here to for him to use these things right here. And let's go to these power links on the back of him right here, and amplifies this power right here. Goes pam pam pam, because you all know from what y'all saw on the TV series. But still, for his little articulation, not much articulation wise, because like it looks like these legs will come on out. I wish they would have engineered to where these legs could come on out, but they did not. You can bend them at the knee, but that's more for the transformation process. Flip that back into place. His head, you cannot turn it at all. Nothing right there to move. Back section of his robot mode, and you pretty much have that right there. I'm going to go ahead and put these things on up right fast. And that did not go. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. With the doors swung open, well, with the sides of the vehicle mode swung on open. Not like that either. I think right there. That's right there. That right there. I'm looking for this thing on the table. This is how tired I am, peoples. Oh. Here you go. Come on. Okay, I thought this thing had to. I thought these things had to face down. Okay, make up your mind on how you're supposed to go in there. Make up your mind. There you go. There you have that. Oh boy, that just reminded me of what I said to a customer at one point in time at a grocery store I used to work at. And I told her I was only joking. Honestly, I will be honest, I was not. She needed to make up her mind on what she really wanted. Oh boy. Now, I'm not going to go into details of that right there. Oh, I just noticed this. Rotation at the knees. Rotation at the knees. So you get a little knee rotation. God, I don't really know why anyone would want to do that right there. Because like knee doesn't really rotate on the human body, but on a robot body it can probably move. And they have that right there. Now for the comparisons. I'm going to pull Windshield out of the way real fast first. Now first up, we're going to go ahead and put back in Megatron. See how Wheeljack and Megatron do together. Oh, fudge nuggets. Come on. If it's slightly off, I'm not going to care too much. Because, like, here we go. Push these two on back. You have that. Comparison with those two. There you go. Now for Optimus. Center a bit more. There we go. Get Optimus more in there. There's Optimus. Here is Starscream. There we go. And also here is Blur. You have that. Here is Legacy Hotshot. Pretty small compared to him. Put him on out. Now for Sideswipe. And the original Armada Hotshot. They have that right there. They have that. Pretty decent comparisons right there. Some pretty decent comparisons. As for with Windshield and the other minicons, it's really hard to even get a good enough size comparison, especially with how some of them are just pretty tipsy sometimes, like they just falling over, back heavy and whatnot. And I accidentally knocked him on over. He's not back heavy, neither is he, and neither is Incinerator, neither is Long Arm, because Long Arm has this little crane right there. But for Jolt right here, Jolt is a bit complicated on standing. Let me try and get this thing lowered as much as possible. There you guys go. But yeah, you can see like the size comparison with all of them right there. Joel decided to just lean back on Windshield on Wheeljack a bit. There we go. You have that right there. There you have that. All the minicons. Now to grab up this guy right here, you'll be lucky enough if you can find him in any stores, which you cannot anymore because he came on out like over 20 years ago. So if your best bet would have to be eBay, possibly a toy shop, possibly a comic book store, or any place that can, or anywhere that hopefully sells him. And if y'all like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to both me and Richmaker. Check me out on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord, and so on. And I'll admit I do not use my Tim Prime 1 Facebook at all. I've never once used it, but I keep it on up because my best friend made it so many years. Like he made it like over 10 years ago. So if y'all have enjoyed this video, well, y'all know what I said right there. See, still, that's my tiredness right there. So until next time, everyone, I'm Timberman, and I'll be signing off right now. So, peace out.